thing about outdoor weddings, man. It puts me on my toes. It makes me nervous. It adds unneeded stress. What's up, bros? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. And more importantly, welcome back to another vlog. Yes, we are up deep in the mountains. We are here for another one of these COVID style weddings. Very small wedding, 45 guests in attendance tonight. And we are at a very nice venue. We've been here before. If you guys remember, a few years back, I did a Sweet 16 here. We are at the mansion at Mountain Lakes. So check it out. This is the mansion right behind me. Today's a big day. You see this little guy right here? That is the newest member of the team. Yes, I actually went out and I bought myself a big old truck. It's an exciting day. This right here is my brand new pre-owned 2019 Ram 1500 Pro Master, and as you guys can see, it's clean, almost a brand new truck. There's only 25,000 miles on it, and let me bring you guys inside and show you what it's all about. Don't mind my mess. So this is it. This is actually the low roof one. It's not the high top one, the one with the high roof. This is actually the shorter version, and I actually got a pretty sweet deal on it. What I ended up doing is I ended up selling my trailer for a profit. If you guys don't know the story behind the trailer that I had, was basically, it was a buddy of mine. It was one of my co-workers at Posh. He owned that trailer, but he never used it, and then he stopped DJing. He blew up on YouTube. Shout out to Austin John Plays, huge channel here on YouTube. So his trailer was just chilling there. I asked him, hey, can I buy it? He sold it to me for a very, very, very low price, and I ended up making some money on it. So what I did is I took the money that I got from that trailer. Whoa! There's a bee in my car. So what I ended up doing is I ended up taking the money that I made from selling the trailer and using it as a down payment for this. They're not that expensive. You can generally get these new for like around 20 G's. This one is used, so I paid a little bit less than that. Probably not the best time to get a van, but another thing that I have to tell you guys, I'm just telling you guys all the tea right now, is I actually got into a little car accident with my other car. The other reason why I had to pick up this van was because the other car is actually a lease, and man, DJing and leases do not go together. Do not do it to yourself, because you're gonna end up wrecking that car. I totally beat on my Kia. That was a brand new car when I got in. It's like a fully loaded car. It's got all the bells and whistles, and I totally ruined the interior, ruined the roof with the totem, and I'm gonna be paying a hefty price when I have to return that thing. So what I'm gonna be doing now with my other Kia is, honestly, I'm gonna get it detailed, fix it up just a little bit. Insurance is covering my accident that I had with it. It wasn't anything crazy. I don't know what I hit. I hit something and it cracked two rims and it kind of bent tire rods. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. This is my van right here. As you guys can see, we have so much space as compared to the Kia. You guys remember my last gig log that I did? It was so packed in that little Kia, and now we have all the space. I'm hoping that I can fit TVs back here, plus 4 totems and Nimbuses, because that's the biggest package that we do. I don't know if that's possible. It seems kind of small, but you know, I talked to some of my buddies at Posh when I did my Friday night gig, and they were like, yeah, you have more than enough space. I hope so. The roof isn't very high, but I'm hoping I can fit lots of stuff. Today is a small package. I'm gonna be doing it by myself, only 40 guests. The only thing that we have is uplights, so my uplights are right here. We're gonna be bailing on the sub. I have my speaker run over here, and that's pretty much it. By the way, thank you guys for all the love you guys showed Christian in the last video. Like I told you guys, Christian hurt his back, so I'm gonna be working solo.
I'm solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, I'm riding solo, solo.
We're gonna be taking care of the cocktail ceremony and reception. It's a 6-hour total event. I'm gonna load it up and see what the situation is as far as setting up here. It's a very nice venue. Again, it's such a shame that everybody's having to do these outdoor weddings. And I said before, I'm not a fan of these outdoor weddings, but gotta do it, gotta pay the truck somehow. so here we are underneath the tent. As you guys can see, this is a very low hanging tent. So a couple of things with this. Times like this, well, I know somebody's gonna comment, some of you guys were commenting in my last video. Times like this where SRX speakers, they're just overkill for situations like this. This is meant for, like, you know, concerts. And with 40 guests, you're gonna blow them out. It's just gonna be a lot of sound for a very tight little event. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna set them both up, but one of them is just gonna be for show. I'm thinking I can run the entire night off one speaker. Not ideal, but I'm gonna have to do it just because this 40 people, and look at the size of this tent. Today though, I will say I'm very happy that we are underneath a tent. I ran into a little situation at my Friday's gig with Posh where my computer started overheating. Not even an hour in and I already realized why I totally despise outside weddings. DJ booth is right here, computer is right here, controller is right here, and the sun is right here. So literally direct contact. We try to be as much underneath the tent as we could without robbing them of space. A lot of these venues aren't equipped. They don't know much about, you know, outdoor weddings, and they don't know that DJs need to be covered. It's not just us trying to be divas or anything like that. It's honestly a thing of we have to be underneath the tent because of the sun. This is the thing about outdoor weddings, man. It puts me on my toes. It makes me nervous. It adds unneeded stress. Weddings are already stressful enough, and when you add the elements into play, it's just not fun whatsoever. Funny thing is, my bride and groom had no idea that we were running into all these issues. We did that event like champs. It's not just about how much you can rock out on the turntables. It's not just about that. Providing your clients a peace of mind. And that's what we do. That's what we're here to do. Today I arrived extra early to make sure that that doesn't happen. It happened during ceremony where my computer was acting a little bit funny because of the heat. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all my ceremony music on an iPod, and I'm gonna run the entire ceremony off an iPod rather than my computer. That way my computer can stay nice and cool and fresh underneath the tent. These are some of the precautions. These are some of the issues that you run into when you run outdoor events. All right, we're gonna be setting up on this little patch. As you guys can see, it's a little curvy. So we have this nice little patch here to set up. I'm gonna do my best to keep it nice and condensed. Record-breaking setup time, about 11 minutes total. Everything is pretty much set up. Just need to get a long extension cord. Again, like I mentioned in my last video, if you guys didn't see my first wedding back COVID wedding tips and tricks, go check it out. It's listed in the card above. But one of the things being is with these COVID weddings, again, these venues aren't equipped for power, so you're gonna need long extension cords. So I'm gonna go grab my long extension cord from the car. I got a 50-footer, and I'm gonna run it from the door, from this window actually, run it to the side here. Cocktail hour is just gonna be my Bose S1. It's charging right now. Also, another thing that I never mentioned, technically dancing isn't allowed. If you see me edit out the dancing, my Friday one was pretty dancing crowd. They were very like nonchalant about the whole mask thing and the whole dancing thing. It's a mixed crowd today. Dominicans, I've been doing a lot of this Dominican wedding, and American. Nice mixed crowd. We'll hit them with some oldies, some disco, some Motown, some funk, some merengue, some bachata, maybe even some hip hop and reggaeton. You never know. All right, let's set up ceremony. Woo! It's hot out here for a pimp. Social distancing is in full effect here. So they're spread out, as you guys can see, very spread out, the chairs. They're set up in pairs. There's about 40 guests, so I'm assuming 20 and 20 here. This is where the officiant will be officiating the wedding. Officiating the wedding. Woo! That's a nice little sentence there. And we are going to be setting up here in this little balcony area here. As you guys can see, we are under direct sunlight, which brings me to my next question. I know a lot of states, especially like in California, Florida, you guys do a lot of these outdoor weddings. My question for you is, how do you avoid the laptop overheating? Let me know down in the comments below. But all right, let's set this up. It's way too hot, way too hot. Luckily I got my water. What do you guys drink when you guys are doing these outdoor weddings? Whew, I got my pimp juice right here. Another reason I hate outdoor wedding, the bugs. Seconds die So here's another pro tip when you're working ceremonies. See if the venue, or maybe even you, they can give you a cover. So right now I'm using a napkin. This might be a tablecloth, it looks pretty big, to cover my equipment. I don't know about you guys, have you guys ever had a speaker overheat? I've never had a speaker overheat. We are in direct sunlight, so you guys can see the sun right there. Speaker right here. I don't know if this will overheat. I'm hoping not. I'll shut it off for now. Maybe what I should do is unplug everything for now. That way it's not drawing at power. I had to run an extension cord all the way out there. So I'll keep that unplugged for now. So actually this was going to be our main room right here. This is where the wedding was going to take place. Again, it's such a shame that we've had to do all this downscaling when it comes to these weddings, because these are beautiful ballrooms. Like this one is a very nice ballroom. Look at how beautiful this is. This is an elegant ballroom. It's got my name written all over it. This is the kind of venues that I love to perform in, and you know it would have been a rockin' wedding. This was supposed to be I think 150 person wedding, and now we're only doing 40. That must be a tough situation. A tough situation to have when you got to tell your guest. Pretty much good to go. Ceremony is set up, reception is set up, cocktail I'll set up in a little bit. The Bose is charging. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go grab my stuff from the van. I absolutely love. I am so in love with my truck. I had to go with the Ram. I see Amazon trucks all the time, and they're always the Ram trucks. I see the postal service with the Ram trucks, and I'm just like, man, I gotta go with the Ram. By the way, I know what a lot of you guys are gonna comment. You guys are gonna say that I should wrap this bad boy. That's probably not gonna happen for a couple months, maybe years. It's expensive, and I'm gonna need to sell a lot of sound effects in order to pay this off. So I need your money. I need your help to help pay this bad boy off. You guys gotta support the channel, gotta support me, gotta support the new van by buying my sound effects pack. Bam. So as you guys can see, the ground is pretty scratched up. I don't know what it was used for before, but they sure did a number on it. Under here, behind my back seat, got a little extra storage. Got my long ass extension cord right there. 50-footer Hosa cable. Shout out to the homies at Hosa. Hands down, the best cables in the game. Got the suit over here. And got a brand new clean shirt. I sound dirty, don't come at me, but I usually try to get like 3 wears out of my suit. 3 to 4 wears out of my suit. Now, this is normally no problem when you're indoors, because you're in air conditioning, you're not sweating as much. But you see right now, I am prone to sweating. Pro tip, always pack a rag, which I didn't do. I should have packed a rag. But I've been using the same suit for 3 days. My fingers are crossed that it's not a musty suit. Maybe I should edit that out. Alright, so let me give you a rundown of the setup and show you pretty much what it's all about. So you guys have seen it a million times. Like I said, one of my SRXs is going to be a dummy SRX. This one right here is the dummy one. Reason being is just I don't want to pull too much power. Like I said, it's only a little bit of gas. I have people literally right next to me. I have my computers. Like I said, I have 2 because my other one was giving me issues. This is my main DJ computer, and this is my backup. This is the one I use for YouTube editing and all that stuff. The problem that I'm having is it loses track of the files because I don't keep any music on this. Whenever I use this one for DJing, you go through an external hard drive. By the way, this is the best external hard drive for any DJs looking for an external drive. It's the Samsung T5. I'll list it down below. I think they're now up to the T7. Great little hard drive for DJs. It is expensive though, but it's the best one for DJs. Super fast, great connection, highly recommend. 5 out of 5. We're using the DDJ 1000. Thinking I'm gonna go back to the CDJs for a little bit, just because those are a little bit more reliable than this. The issues that I mainly been having are just connection issues. Like, let's see if it'll do it now. When you take it to a mechanic, it never does it. So like the issue that I usually have with this is that I have to unplug and replug a million times. Like, it takes a long time for it to connect. I don't know why that is, but I've been having that issue really since I got this thing. So that's just a little downfall. Let me know if you guys have an issue with the DDJ 1000 too, because I've been having that issue. See what happened? It did not connect. So I'm not sure what the issue with that is. So frustrating with that. This is why you need 2 computers. So frustrating with that. I have my iPads here running the Airstream DMX for my uplights. I got uplights right here. I'm gonna be lining all these pillars, and then I might put a couple just around here to try to bounce light off the ceiling once it gets a little bit darker. Before I head out to get changed, I'm gonna show you guys kind of how I set up my iPad for doing ceremonies. So traditional iPod here, iPad, whatever you want to call it. So as you guys can see, there's a couple of different ways that this gets broken down, but this one in particular, as you guys can see, it's a folder. So on music or iTunes, you can do it on both, whatever you want to call it. You can make folders, and within those folders you can host playlists. So basically, if you have playlists like this, you can drag them and create a folder. So what I've done is I've created a folder, and then I created playlists. Now these aren't actually playlists, this is just more or less so that I dummy check myself, so that I don't accidentally click on anything. So I made a playlist here just to kind of give you a rundown. So you have a couple of songs here, and what I don't want to do is while I'm doing ceremony is I'll just click this by accident. Like, I don't want to do that. So what I do is I split them up to just more or less check myself. So the bridal part is going to come into here, press this song, boom. Once the bride is ready, I'm going to switch to the bride's playlist. One song, she's coming out to 1,000 years. Come time for the exit, that song right there. So this is just a way you can do a ceremony if you are working outside. And as usual, like I mentioned, I do have a walking in mix, basically a strictly upscale saxophone mix, which is this one right here. This one right here. Last week you guys were asking me for this mix, so I've gone ahead and done that. I've uploaded this mix as well as my planning form. So here you guys can see it side by side. I have my planning forms here. Made it easy for you. I've made a PDF for you, or I made a Pages document link, so that way if you want to edit it yourself, you can do so. If you want to download these forms, don't forget that they're down in the description of this video. I am also working on the Sweet 16 Quinceañera wedding in Spanish and bar mitzvahs and all that stuff. I'm going to be making PDFs of all those so that you guys can download them as well. Aside from that, that's pretty much it. It's time to get suited up. I'm all suited up, ready to rock and roll. Hopefully my equipment hasn't burnt up. I got all the essentials. I got a brand new mask. Like I told you guys, I've been wearing these black masks, and we also got our condoms for the microphone. It's hard to do it with one hand, but I'm gonna attempt to do so. You just spread out the condom and roll it back, and there you have it. Now your microphone is safe. This is more or less for you, not them, because the microphone, you know, it's not gonna spit back at them. But when you use the microphone, you get rid of this, boom, and then you can use your own cup, or you can use this one. It does come in sets of 2. New normal with these COVID weddings. Psh, hand sanitizer everywhere. We are all ready to rock and roll. Guests are starting to arrive. The parking lot is slowly starting to fill up because it is so hot out. It is very hot out. The guests are waiting inside in the lobby, and then they'll be moved out here for ceremony. Only about 40 guests today. Music is ready to rock and roll. Microphone is tested and working. So we're pretty much good to go. By the way, do you hear that mix playing? Yeah. Don't forget that if you download my wedding planning forms, you'll get access to this mix. It's a nice little saxophone-y, cocktail, upbeat ceremony music that's not tacky whatsoever. It's just nice and upscale. Perfect type of music to play while your guests are arriving to ceremony. Woo! It's a hot one today. All right, here we go. Wish me luck. Let's do it.
Family and friends, with great joy and honor by the power vested in me, I now pronounce Adriana and Anthony to be husband and wife. Let us celebrate their union sealed together with love and happiness. Anthony, please kiss your bride.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to our celebration this evening, I got a question for everybody in attendance. Who's ready to celebrate with our newlyweds tonight? Let me hear you make some noise real loud. Make some noise for your brand new Mr. and Mrs. Nardella. I can't hear you. Don't say good jack. It's a good jack. So will you make some noise? Oh yeah. Friends and family, please direct your attention to the center of the dance floor as our newlyweds get ready to share their very first dance as husband and wife. They've chosen a wonderful song entitled Endless Love.
Funky fresh.
Hands up for the picture, hands up, hands up, hands up, come on!
La mujer me la como el vapor. En la playa bañado en sudor. Los bikinis te quedan mejor. Tú eres mi amor.
Fuego, fuego, come on!
Fuego, fuego.
Got the beat to make your booty go. Turn down for what?
Don't miss it right now.
Esto es un party por debajo del agua. Baby, busca tu paraguas.
Grab somebody real close right now, sing it. You do it like come on.
Alright guys, we're here in front of the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Nardella. Thank you so much guys. How was it? Did you guys have fun or what?
It was amazing.
We had a
shout
blast.
Shout out to the DJ. He's the best. I recommend him.
We were on the dance floor from the beginning of the night and we had a blast.
We never
are
stopped.
so happy.
Look at the sweat lines. Oh man.
I got holes in my socks. I will not show you that.
And just like that, another one is officially in the books. Yes, I have to admit, I absolutely despise doing these outdoor weddings. Like I've said it a million times since I started this channel, I do not like working outside. However, all these micro COVID weddings, whatever you want to call them, they've all been home runs. I have yet to have a bad wedding since I've been back DJing. All the weddings have been lit. Maybe it's just that people have been all cooked up inside and they're ready to get out and party. The heat is definitely not fun. I actually ended up having to take my MacBook to the Genius Bar and I had to pay a hefty price to get that thing fixed. It's currently at Apple getting a flat rate repaired, which was like 650 bucks. Crazy expensive. And to top it all off, I also forgot my long ass extension cord at this venue. I said it before and I'll say it again, I hate doing these outside weddings, but I have to admit they've all been pretty fun when it comes down to the actual DJing side of things. Got a couple more events this weekend, so be on the lookout for more gig logs coming your way. If there's any topics that you'd like me to cover or any videos you'd like me to make, let me know down in the comments of this video. Lastly, I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, BPM Supreme and BPM Latino. If you're looking for a record pool, look no further other than BPM Supreme and BPM Latino. If you've at all seen any of my Club Quarantine live mixes here on YouTube, then you guys already know that that is my go-to record pool. And it's hands down one of the best record pools that's out there when it comes to music, organization, and just overall UI. So highly recommend that you check out BPM Supreme. Use promo code BAR25, that's BAR25, to save 25% when you sign up for either BPM Supreme or BPM Latino. Thank you, bro, so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and if you really want to help me out, don't forget to turn on that bell so that you can be notified next time we do another gig log. Signing off, DJ Bar, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace!